Have you ever heard someone saying, "Please fill out this form"? Let's see if this sentence is correct. There are three prepositions that can be used for the word fill. Fill in is used for spaces like blanks or shapes. Fill out is used to mean putting something in a container. Fill out is used for signing forms. Now that you know the difference, why don't you fill out the registration form and enroll now? For more lessons like this, click the link in the description. Thank you!
Hi there! Today we're gonna talk about fixed expressions in American English, like how are you? How's it going? How are things? Or how are things with you? You can reply with good thanks. How about you? For more of these lessons, click the link on the description.
Hi there! Today I'm going to be talking about what you should do when you meet a stranger. The first thing to do is always say hi. Hello. Hey there. Other than that, people like to say good morning, and depending on the time, good afternoon or good evening. But don't forget to always say goodbye as well. To learn more about these lessons, click the link in the description. Bye!
Do you ever get confused in spelling the words receive or believe? There is a simple rule in English that goes this way. Put I before E except after C. You can notice that in the words believe and relieve, the letter I comes before letter E. But in the words receive and conceive, the letter I comes after letter E because they follow a letter C. But how about neighbor or thing? Book now and find out.
Hi! Today we are going to talk about vanishing syllables. Some English words have reduced sounds in the middle of the word. Let's say one for example, the word favorite. We don't say favorite because the O sound in the middle of the word disappears. So instead we say favorite. For more English lessons, click the link in the description.
Have you ever heard someone saying, "Please fill out this form"? Let's see if this sentence is correct. There are three prepositions that can be used for the word fill. Fill in is used for spaces like blanks or shapes. Fill out is used to mean putting something in a container. Fill out is used for signing forms. Now that you know the difference, why don't you fill out the registration form and enroll now? For more lessons like this, click the link in the description.
Hi there! Today's lessons is about idiom back to square one. It means going back to the beginning after a dead end or a failure, like you made a mistake in a certain situation and you need to start again. For example, my team failed to impress the new client, so we went back to square one and made a new proposal. Now it's your turn to use the idiom. For more lessons like this, click the link in the description. Thank you!
Hi there! Today we're gonna talk about fixed expressions in American English, like how are you? How's it going? How are things? Or how are things with you? You can reply with good thanks. How about you? For more of these lessons, click the link on the description.
Hi there. Today I'm going to be talking about what you should do when you meet a stranger. The first thing to do is always say hi. Hello. Hey there. Other than that, people like to say good morning, and depending on the time, good afternoon or good evening. But don't forget to always say goodbye as well. To learn more about these lessons, click the link in the description. Bye.
Do you ever get confused in spelling the words receive or believe? There is a simple rule in English that goes this way. Put I before E except after C. You can notice that in the words believe and relieve, the letter I comes before letter E. But in the words receive and conceive, the letter I comes after letter E because they follow a letter C. But how about neighbor or thing? Book now and find out.
Hi! Today we are going to talk about vanishing syllables. Some English words have reduced sounds in the middle of the word. Let's say one for example, the word favorite. We don't say favorite because the O sound in the middle of the word disappears. So instead we say favorite. For more English lessons, click the link in the description.
Have you ever heard someone saying, please fill up this form? Let's see if this sentence is correct. There are three prepositions that can be used for the word fill. Fill in is used for spaces like blanks or shapes. Fill out is used to mean putting something in a container. Fill out is used for signing forms. Now that you know the difference, why don't you fill out the registration form and enroll now? For more lessons like this, click the link in the description.
Hi there! Today's lesson is about idiom back to square one. It means going back to the beginning after a dead end or a failure, like you made a mistake in a certain situation and you need to start again. For example, my team failed to impress the new client, so we went back to square one and made a new proposal. Now it's your turn to use the idiom. For more lessons like this, click the link in the description. Thank you!
Hi there! Today we're gonna talk about fixed expressions in American English, like how are you? How's it going? How are things? Or how are things with you? You can reply with good thanks. How about you? For more of these lessons, click the link on the description.
Hi there. Today I'm going to be talking about what you should do when you meet a stranger. The first thing to do is always say hi. Hello. Hey there. Other than that, people like to say good morning, and depending on the time, good afternoon or good evening. But don't forget to always say goodbye as well. To learn more about these lessons, click the link in the description. Bye!
Do you ever get confused in spelling the words receive or believe? There is a simple rule in English that goes this way. Put I before E except after C. You can notice that in the words relieve and relieve, the letter I comes before letter E. But in the words receive and conceive, the letter I comes after letter E because they follow a letter C. But how about neighbor or thing? Book now and find out.
Hi! Today we are going to talk about vanishing syllables. Some English words have reduced sounds in the middle of the word. Let's say one for example, the word favorite. We don't say favorite because the O sound in the middle of the word disappears. So instead we say favorite. For more English lessons, click the link in the description.
Have you ever heard someone saying, please fill up this form? Let's see if this sentence is correct. There are three prepositions that can be used for the word fill. Fill in is used for spaces like blanks or shapes. Fill out is used to mean putting something in a container. Fill out is used for signing forms. Now that you know the difference, why don't you fill out the registration form and enroll now? For more lessons like this, click the link in the description.
Hi there! Today's lesson is about idiom back to square one. It means going back to the beginning after a dead end or a failure, like you made a mistake in a certain situation and you need to start again. For example, my team failed to impress the new client, so we went back to square one and made a new proposal. Now it's your turn to use the idiom. For more lessons like this, click the link in the description. Thank you!
Hi there! Today we're gonna talk about fixed expressions in a
Hello, everybody! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to our 7th edition of live streaming, and I hope you missed us because we did miss you so much. Okay, we're so sorry. Last time we had some problem with electricity, so we were not able to have the live stream at that time. But no worries, guys, because today we're gonna have the live stream, of course. Okay, so just a quick recap of what we've had last time. We already had confusing words. We also learned about idioms. We also learned about like prepositions and so on. So I hope you wrote that down because you can always use it in your everyday life, of course. Okay, and today we're gonna have a very serious topic. Not really so serious, but just a little, because we're gonna talk about the IELTS. Okay, sorry, I'm not yet, later, okay? So we're gonna talk about the IELTS today. If in case you have curiosities, alright, about the IELTS, drop down your comments or your questions in our comment section and we'll be so much happy to answer them one by one. Okay, so are you ready to know who our guest will be for today? Yeah! So without further ado, let's welcome our guest teachers for today's live stream, Teacher Nat and Teacher Fernan. Please do it. Yes. Okay, guys. Hello to you. How do you feel? It seems like you just came from a class.
Indeed, yes.
Yes, indeed. Okay, how do you feel today, by the way?
Okay, I'm really elated for inviting me here in this live stream.
Okay.
So as for me, I'm pretty nervous, but at the same time, excited to have fun with you guys. So hope we all have fun.
Yes, of course. Again, if in case you have questions or something that you want to clarify about the IELTS, don't hesitate to drop your questions in our comment section and we're going to be happy to answer them. Okay? Alright, so please prepare your pen and paper as well. Okay, so before we start the question and answer about the IELTS, let's talk about you guys first. So, how long have you been teaching IELTS?
Okay, so in my sorry.
Okay.
In my case, I have been in the ESL industry for about 4 years, but IELTS-wise around 2 years.
Oh, long. It's already long, yes.
Yeah.
And what about teacher now?
I did not actually know that I'm going to end up teaching English because I'm supposed to be teaching mathematics, but it's okay.
Yes, it's okay. Of course, I think teaching English is much better than math. Yeah.
Yes, certainly yes, certainly no.
So half and half. Okay.
Yes.
I see. All right. So are you ready with the questions that I have prepared for you guys? Okay, no worries. These are just technically about the IELTS,
Oh, okay.
not about your love lives. Okay?
Which obviously we have.
Yeah. I like that, of course. Let's be happy once in a while. Okay. So let's go now to the real IELTS question and answer. Not like the speaking questions though, but just about details regarding the IELTS. So what is the IELTS anyway? I bet a lot of our viewers today, maybe they were not able to experience taking the IELTS course before. So can you please give us a brief introduction or just a brief information about the IELTS?
Okay, so IELTS, I think for some of you, you already have an idea what IELTS is. Okay, however, for many of you, maybe you don't know what the acronym stands for. So your IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. So basically, it's an exam for non-native English speakers. Yes, and the IELTS is jointly managed by your British Council and IDP, IELTS Australia, and Cambridge Assessment English.
Okay.
And was established in the year 1989.
Oh, so already been a long time.
Yes, it has been here for 31
31
years.
years. Wow. Okay, but I think it only boomed these years recently because in the past they were not so strict in getting the IELTS score, right? Like if in case you go abroad or whatnot. Yes. So as you can see here, our dear viewers, so we have here the what IELTS stand for. It's for, oh no, can you please, yes, thank you, there you go. International English Language Testing System. For our viewers as well, for you to have an interaction with us, please try to remember all the things that, maybe not really all the things, but just important keywords that our teachers will be saying, because later I might be asking you to answer some questions. Okay. Alright, so please be ready with that. Alright, thank you so much. So that is for the IELTS. Now, who normally takes IELTS? And what are their purposes?
Okay, that's actually a very good question because you're not just going to take the examination. So this examination is actually for people who are going to apply for, let's say, student visa, working visa, immigrant visa. We also have your fiancé visa and spouse visa. This is in any of the 6 English-speaking countries. What are these ones? We have the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Canada, Ireland, and we have 2 in Asia Pacific, Australia and New Zealand.
So there you go. Please remember that. I might be asking that later, okay? Thank you so much. So 6 major countries. Yeah, wherein they ask for the IELTS.
Yes, but okay, you have to take note that other nations are actually recognizing this one already. So for example, if you would like to be a teacher, I think in Singapore,
Oh,
They
yes.
require this one. Okay, I think even UAE is requiring this one.
Yes.
Okay, most especially for the general training module.
Oh, general training modules. And yes, which goes to my next question. So, what are the IELTS tests, or which IELTS test is the right one for me?
Yeah, so it really depends on which visa you are applying for. So for example, you would like to work, let's say, as a nurse in a country, or let's say in the 6 speaking countries. Okay, you are going to have the academic one. But if you would like to work, let's say, as a skilled worker, okay, you are going to take the general training module. Okay, skilled worker, for example, we have your butchers, electricians, welders, and the like. Okay, but in our academy, most students are actually applying for the academic. That is for them to pursue their higher studies. Some of them actually took their master's degree in another country, and then some of them are took the examination because they would like to work in Australia.
In Australia, yes. I think I always hear this from our previous students before. The countries that they go to are Australia, that's number one, and then the second one is Canada and the UK.
Yes.
Right. So these are the top 3 countries that we always hear from our previous students. Yes, that's right. Okay. So aside from the modules that we have, which are the academic and the general one, we also have like 2 types of tests, right? We have the what we call CBT or the PBT.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yes. Can you please tell us more about this one? Which one is easier, or which one is more difficult, maybe?
Okay, so your PBT stands for paper-based test, and of course CBT is computer-based.
Computer-based.
So what other differences that we can have?
Okay, if you would like to take, let's say, paper-based examination or the computer-delivered examination, actually it's up to you. Yeah, it depends where you are more familiar with. So for example, I'm not really into computers or technology. Of course, I'm not going to take the computer-based examination. I would prefer to take now the paper-based examination. Okay, but I think both examinations, they have the advantages and disadvantages as well.
Oh, okay. So, what are the most common exam, or what kind of tests do your previous students take most of the time? Is it the paper-based one or the computer-based?
From our experience, in most cases paper-based, but there are some students who prefer the computer-based.
Yes, and I think I've heard this from one of our students, IELTS students as well.
Yeah.
He mentioned, I think he or she mentioned, or he mentioned that computer-based is easier for her, especially for the reading part. Yeah, because there's like, it's kind of very long thing to explain. But again, if in case you are curious, please drop down your questions in the comment section and we can answer that later on. Or if in case you would like to learn more about the IELTS, if you plan to take the IELTS test in the future and you would like to study this one, then don't hesitate to log on to our website. That's www.apispeak.com. There's free trial classes before you will enroll, or before you enroll the best course for you. Okay. All right. Now, before we continue with the questions that we have, I would just like to say hello to Wales_Japan. Hello there.
Hello.
And we also have Aif. Is that Aif Rice? Aif Rice. Okay. And L_Bonda. Oh, wow.
Really
Sounds familiar. And then we have KNM 530, Michael, Gotoshi, Angelica Weeby, and Alex Young. Alex Young. Hi everybody. Okay, and yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Evan Park and Double J1. Hello to you too. If you have any questions, since you are viewing it right now, you can always drop your questions as well. Okay. Alright, I think we can move on to the next part. You look so serious. You look so serious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you always teach this way, or are you totally different in the classroom setting?
I'm normally like this.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I usually teach in a soft-spoken way. But if I'm going to have my group lesson, of course I'm going to change.
Wow. What about
I
you,
think so.
Fernan?
I think we have the same personality, but of course, other IELTS teachers are also different. Yeah. So
Different
like,
personality.
Teacher Maggie, very lively. And
Yes.
They are also lively, no worries, they are also lively if in case you take their classes. So again, go to our website, that's www.apispeak.com. You can have their classes there online, alright? And you will know how good they are in teaching the IELTS course, okay? Alright, let's continue. Relax, guys. Okay, so we've been talking about the IELTS, what IELTS test is right for me. Now, moving back or going back to our previous students before, let's talk about scores this time. Like, what are the common scores that they are looking for or that they want to have?
Okay, so in terms of the score, it actually depends on the requirement of the school or the company. Okay, but in our case, usually the target score of students that we had ranges from 5.5 to 7.5.
To 7.5. And we've had some students who got 7 or 7.5 before.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 from China, and then we have from Korea as well.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good job, Venus. Yes.
Later would be Vietnam.
Oh yes!
Why not?
Vietnam and Japan, why not? Okay, and if you want to be one of them, please join us, apispeak.com. Log in, and then you can always have your free trial classes before you can get the course that you would like to have. Okay. Tell us about how the test looked like, or how the test looks like.
Okay, so the IELTS exam is composed of 4 sub-tests. So we have your listening, reading, writing, and then of course your speaking. So 4 sub-tests.
Okay. Can we have like a description as well for these skills or subtests?
Okay, so let's start with the listening exam. So for both academic in general, the listening exam is actually similar. Okay, so the exam takes around 40 minutes, and 30 minutes is given for you to do the exam, but there is additional 10 minutes for transferring your answers. And also it's quite different in terms of if you're taking the computer base, because if you're taking the exam through the use of computer, the extra time is only 2 minutes, so shorter.
Shorter, oh.
Yes.
Okay, and this time again is for them to, what is the time given for?
Yeah, for of course finalizing their answers.
Finalizing your answers. So again, paper-based they give 10 minutes, and for computer-based they give 2 minutes, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
right. Oh, okay. The 2 minutes is really short.
Yes.
Okay, but I think it's just enough. Just use your time wisely.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way.
Okay, so what is more, the exam has 40 questions all in all, and there are 4 sections. Okay, and the 4 parts or the sections vary depending on the topic. So for sections 1 and 2, the topic is of general interest, or what we call your everyday topics. So you might encounter something like booking a hotel, somewhat like that. However, for sections 3 and 4, and I would say that this is more difficult than sections 1 and 2, as the topics for sections 3 and 4 is academic or school related. So for example, you might hear something about the environment, or it could also be about health. So different topics, but again, it's academic, so more difficult. So we advise students to do better or do well in sections 1 and 2, as it's easier for you to get the points there.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the reading part.
Okay. When it comes to the reading part, there is a slight difference between these two modules. For academic, you have 3 long passages, but for the general training module, you have 3 sections as well. However, for section number 1, okay, you have around 2 or 3 short passages. Section number 2 has 2 passages, and then section number 3 has a long passage. Okay, another one is the difficulty. Yes, of course, if you are going to have the academic one, is difficult than the, or it's more difficult than the general one. So even if you are going to verify that one to Cambridge, yeah, they are going to say, yes, general is easier than academic.
Okay. So, but again, it really depends on what they will be asking you to get. Some countries they always ask for academic, or it depends on your purpose. Because some people they use, they need to take the academic, or some people they need to take the general. So the question now is, what if I already took the academic one, but they only need general? Can I use that?
Indeed, no.
Oh.
Yes, you have to take the examination which is actually required for you. So if you would like to work, let's say as a nurse, in any of the 6 English-speaking countries, but you took the general training module, you are required to take the academic. Okay, that is vice versa. Okay, if you are going to take the general one, but you took the academic, yes, you are going to.
So probably they need to just get the right one for them. Yes, it's a must. Even if maybe you're thinking that, oh, okay, they only need general, but I already got academic score, so maybe I can use it. Never. It cannot work that way. Okay? Yeah, so be careful. Again, you have to know what the school or what the country needs you to have before you take the exam. Alright? Don't take risks, because you know, IELTS is really expensive and at the same time difficult. Yes.
You really have to invest your time, effort, money. That's one. Money, very important.
Money, yes. It's true. Okay, now before we continue with the writing and speaking part, let's say hello first to Jose _global. Okay, KJKG.
Oh,
So familiar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Japanese guy.
The Japanese Mike. Yeah, hi Mike.
Yes.
And then we have Jen _0526. I don't know if this is Jenny from Taiwan, but maybe hi. And then we have Youngmi _Mia. Castle Ann. Fed _me. Oh, hi Fed. Okay, Jimmy Ma. Jadelle and Jamie Rose. Hello, teacher Jamie. Yes.
I miss you.
Yeah. Love. Okay, and we have Vicky _41009. Maybe this is Vicky from China. I'm not really sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too, right? Hi there.
Yes.
And Chihiro. Oh, hi.
What's her name?
What's your name again?
Kacha?
Kacha.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kacha.
Hello there, Kacha. And for the other guys, we might forgot, or maybe we just forgot your names here in BECI, but we still know you, of course, by face. Hello. What? Beautiful people. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're still waiting for the questions. If you have questions, it's better to drop them, and then we can say hello to you as well. Okay? With questions, please go with questions. It's much better. All right. Now let's continue with the writing this time. So what about the writing?
Okay, so for the writing exam, so there are 2 tasks. So we call them your task 1 and task 2. So let's start with your task 1. So for task 1, it's actually different for academic and then general, because is writing a report. So in here they will give you a picture or a graph. So it could either be a bar graph, a line graph, or a process diagram. It could be any of them. And then, however, for general, so you are asked to write a letter. So it could be from informal, semi-formal to formal letter. So again, any of those three types. Okay. However, for both tasks, you are expected to do this within 20 minutes, and there is a minimum number of words, which is at least 150. So that is for task 1. And how about for task 2? So for task 2, it's similar for academic in general. It's both essay writing. But of course, there are different types of questions. So just to give you an idea on the type of questions, you might encounter your agree-disagree questions. What else? Problem solution, advantage, disadvantage. And you need different, what do you call this one, like strategies in dealing with each type of question.
There you go, yes.
Okay, so about the number of words, so for task 2, so you're given more time, which is 40 minutes, and more words is also required, so at least 250.
At least 250. So just to emphasize that for task 1 we have 150 words, and for task 2 we have 250 words. This is for both academic and for general. Right. Okay. And last but not the least, we have the speaking part.
Yeah, okay, the speaking part is actually just the same. Even if you're going to have the academic one or general module, okay, it's just similar to each other. Okay, for the academic one, no, I should say, I'm sorry for that one. Okay, it has actually 3 parts. Okay, part 1 is your introduction and then interview. It normally lasts around 4 to 5 minutes. And then we have actually bonus questions in here. You have your hometown, education, your job, studies, okay, those ones. And then you have few general questions related to anything. Yeah, so it's anything actually under the sun. And then for part 2, it's around 3 to 4 minutes. You are actually given a cue card and you are given a minute to prepare for your answer, and you have to have a maximum of 2 minutes to deliver your answer. For part 3, the questions there are actually related to the ones in part 2. So for example, the question in part 2 is describe a pet. Okay, one of the possible questions that will come out in part 3 is, what are the benefits of having pets at home? Yes. Okay. So questions in part 3 are longer than part 1. Okay. So the IELTS speaking is around 14 to 15 minutes.
Okay. There you go. And this is of course for both academic and general. There's no difference, of course. I think the only difference that there will be, or the only time that there will be a difference is in terms of the listening part, right? No, I'm sorry. The reading part and the writing part. There it is. That is the only time. But for listening and speaking, almost the same. And then maybe the same. Just really the same. Okay, let's go with the comment section. Okay, let's say hi. Hello, thank you so much, beautiful IELTS teachers. Yes,
so much, teacher fan.
The teacher fan. And then we have t.kako_224. Hello there, Nazumi_Kirata. And Jamie Rose, yeah, we miss you too. We miss you, yes. And then we have Stella Shinchen. Say hello. Yeah, even for teachers, if in case you have any question for IELTS, please drop down your questions. Okay. And hi to Nang_Chong.
Okay.
Hi there too. Hi. Okay, I think they're still a little bit shy to drop down their questions. Luckily, is that luckily for you guys? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's try to have a quick recap first of all, because we're almost done with the questions that I have. So the question for our viewers this time, I hope you have. I hope you listen so well, because the question is, how long has IELTS been operating? How long? How long? How long? Yes, do you have the answer? Drop it down or just say it. Okay. The answer is how many years?
31.
31 years.
31 years.
Already 31 years. Oh my god. Okay. All right. And we also have how many subtests? How many subtests? We have 4! Oh my god. Okay. Yes. Namely, what are they? Namely.
Okay, the listening one. Okay, reading, writing, and your speaking.
And you're speaking. Correct. Okay, so there we go. Now let's move on to the next one. How do they give score? Do they give like maybe percentage? Do they give percentage, or do they just have like a specific number for that?
So, okay, for the score, so there's a scale for that, and the scale is from 0 to 9. So 0 being the lowest score, and then of course 9 being the highest. Okay. But again, they will not usually require you to get the highest score, which is 9. So just like he said a while back, so from our experience, the scores that usually students ask or target is from 5.5 to 7.5.
That's true, yes. Okay. Well, I forgot to ask you this, guys, because maybe those who are planning to take the IELTS as well, maybe they're thinking, what are the difficulties that I may encounter? Okay, basing on your previous students before, what are the difficulties that they have encountered, and what are the strategies that you gave them?
Okay. So I guess we can start with listening.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So for listening, just like other exams, time is very important or crucial. Okay. So I will give some strategies that can help you manage your time. Yes. So let's start with the first strategy. So in the listening exam, before they start the exam proper, so there is like an introduction per section, and you can actually use the time to read in advance the questions. So that will give you a heads up on what to expect later on while you take the exam. Okay. Another one is we don't really advise spending much time on a single question. Okay. So in the listening tests in IELTS, the order of the questions is the same as the order of the track. So it's unlikely that they will, what do you call this? It's unlikely that they will, you will listen to the answer for this particular question if the track is already on a different topic. Yes. So in that case, you should move to the next questions already. Because you might lose a lot of points.
Yes, be careful. Okay, manage your time wisely.
Yes. And finally, use of keywords is also important in taking the IELTS listening test, as it will help you concentrate on the things that you need to pay attention to. Yes. So I guess that would be all for now. If you want more strategies,
then please log on to our website. That's www.apispeak.com. You can always have your free trial, not really always, but you can have a one-time free trial class, and after that you can choose which course will be the best one for you. Okay. Alright. Moving on to reading. What about for reading?
Okay, for reading, I think it's the unfamiliarity of the test format. Yes, for example, we have in here the different types So students are really having a hard time, let's say the true, false, not given, yes, no, not given. Okay, the common problem there is actually vocabulary also. Yeah, so most students really panic whenever they are going to encounter, let's say, a very big word or let's say highfalutin words. Yes, so I think I really advise students to be really familiar with the format. I think everything is there. Yes. Okay, and one tip, okay, just follow the instructions.
Carefully, okay.
Yes.
Read the instructions carefully and follow them. Alright. Yes, because they're very strict when it comes to reading and listening. They always go with the instructions. If you don't follow instructions, they won't give you a chance. They won't give you a score for that, even if your answer is right.
Yes, because it's standardized.
Yes, it's standardized. Exactly. Okay. Later we're gonna answer some questions. Okay, but let's continue with the writing first.
Okay, so for the writing test, so I guess the first tip that I can give is to read and understand the questions well. Okay, as I think this is a common problem with students. They don't really spend enough time to understand the question, and then they end up not giving the requirements of the task. And mind you guys, task achievement, which is one of the criteria, is really important. So you really need to know what the task requires so that you can provide the necessary information. Okay. What else? Making an outline or planning the things that you will write later on your essay would help you save time, as well as it will guide you with the things that you need to put in your essay. And for that one, so if you want to learn how to make an outline, so you can again book a, what do you call this, a class with us.
Yes.
Yes, trial class.
Trial classes. We have trial classes for free. All right. So don't hesitate to log on to our website. That's www.apispeak.com. Free trial classes before you will enroll or before you enroll the right course for you. Okay. So don't hesitate. If in case you have enough time, then you can always visit this website. Okay.
Yes.
All
And
right.
finally, use of linking words. So linking words or your transitions as well. So to help you organize your ideas well and give a smooth flow of your ideas. And very important. Yes. In writing as well as, of course, in speaking.
All right, there we go. So just to emphasize as well, for the writing, we have for task 1, they are requiring how many words? 150
Yes.
words. And for task 2, they are requiring at least 250 words.
Yes.
That is for both, either academic or general one.
That's right.
Okay. And finally, we have the speaking part.
Okay, a common difficulty I really encountered with my previous students is that whenever they are going to deliver their answer, I'm really trying to understand what they are trying to point out. I think the main reason for this one is the language structure. Okay, for example, because we are actually catering to, let's say, Korean,
Yeah.
Yes.
Japanese, Vietnamese, Chinese, right? And
Different
others.
nationalities.
Yes, it's really very difficult. But we know what they are actually trying to point out. Yeah, I think ESL teachers are really good when it comes now to chunking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever students do that one, we already know what they mean. Yes, okay. For speaking, okay, I just advise students that, yeah, similar with the reading one, okay, yeah, you have to be really familiar with the format of the examination. Okay, you have to know the criteria. Okay, speaking, we have 4 parts. The first one is your fluency and then coherence. Okay, you have your lexical resource, you have your grammatical accuracy, and then you have your pronunciation and delivery. Okay, each of this one very important. Okay, you do not think that, oh, pronunciation, I this is actually very easy. No. Okay, that is a misconception. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. I hope you listen to all the advices that our teachers gave, because again, you can learn from it. If in case you would like to know more, just log on to our website. It's www.absc.com. Free trial classes before you enroll the best course for you. Okay. All right. And let's go with the question and answer part from our viewers this time. We have 2 questions from Teacher Jamie. Thank you so much, Teacher Jamie. Okay, the first question is, are there any changes in terms of the test or regarding the test so far?
Generally, it's actually the same.
It's still the same, yeah.
Okay, before we were having BECI, but right now we also have
Yes.
CBT. So in the Philippines, yeah, they introduced already the computer delivered examination. That was 2018. Yeah, and good thing for that one, yeah, CBT is actually offered here in Baguio City.
Already?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
I think we had a student before who took the CBT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's in Baguio or in Manila.
Was it Ada?
Probably, I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And another one from Teacher Jamie as well. I'm interested more with the fee. Yes. Good question. How much is it now?
Okay, before we have that question, okay, I will just have additional info on
Yeah.
the changes. Okay, IELTS, most of the questions there are actually being recycled. Yes, almost just the same.
Yes.
So how much is it now?
Okay, in the Philippines, I think it's around
10,000 plus.
10,600 pesos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, for some countries, I think it's around 20% higher
Yeah.
than the rate here in the
It's true.
Philippines.
So
I
it
heard-
depends sometimes.
Yeah, it depends sometimes. I heard in China it's around 11,000
Mhm.
now. Yes. That's why we always advise our students to really prepare before taking the exam, because you know this is not just about the effort; it's all about the money. You know, money doesn't come so fast in your pocket. Okay, so you have to think about that first. And if you want to learn more about this one, and if you want to have more knowledge, to be prepared, then you can just log on to our website. It's www.apispeak.com. Free trial classes. Again, free trial classes before you enroll the best course for you. Okay.
And in addition to that, I also would like to add that the validity of the exam is just a year now.
Mhm.
Yes.
So sad.
So that is one thing to
Yes.
consider, guys.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Thank you. And hi there, Annie. How are you?
Yes.
Yeah. With a heart. Yes. Okay. And also hello from sorry, LOBP. Is that LOBP or not really sure, but hi.
Hi.
And OL Diani.
Yen.
Diani.
Mhm.
No.
Already Jen.
Jenny, baby. Okay, hello there too. Hello. Okay, so a few questions left for our 2 guests.
Yeah.
All right. We mentioned about the scores as well and the test earlier. Now let's move on to the places where can we take the exam.
Okay, actually, it's also worldwide already. Yeah, so if you would like to take the examination, yeah, you can just search for some websites where you can search the locations. I think it's very convenient nowadays.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Okay, now is there any truth about this? Because a lot of students as well, they often tell me this before. Teacher, I think it's better for me to take the exam in the Philippines because I can get a higher score than taking it in my own country, my country. Is that true or not really true?
Okay, I think that is another misconception in terms of this examination. So if you are thinking that you are going to get a higher score if you are going to take that one here in the Philippines, either academic or general training module, okay, you are totally wrong. So if I'm going to take, for example, the examination in another country, okay, there is no assurance that I'm going to get a higher score. Yes, totally no.
Totally no. Okay. It depends on your effort. It depends on how prepared you are.
Exactly.
Okay. So it doesn't matter which country will you take the exam.
Mhm.
Yes. And yeah, we do have some questions. More questions, maybe? Travel. Oh, yes. Oh, hello. Thank you so much. Good job, guys.
See you in
Yeah.
Geography.
Okay, and then we have travel story. Yes, what about travel story?
Hello.
That's the name. Hello, travel story.
Okay.
Yes. Also, hi to Chica. Chica, hi, Chica. You're Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. Also IELTS, yes. Hello there. Right. Okay. So, what else is there to tell our students or our viewers about the IELTS? Do you have any additional information, maybe?
Okay, if you are planning to take the examination, okay, you have to think twice. If not twice, I think a lot of times.
A lot.
Yeah, we have mentioned earlier that, okay, this is just not an ordinary kind of examination. Okay, because you are going to spend time. Okay, you have to exert effort. Okay, one more thing, very expensive.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So if you think you are well prepared to take the examination, that's the time you are going to take the examination. If you are rich,
Yes.
if you just would like to test your knowledge, okay, it's a good thing also because you are already familiar with the test format.
Exactly. Okay. If money is not a problem, as what teacher Nam mentioned earlier, it's okay. Just go try it. Okay. There's yeah, why not? Only money will be gone, but at least you already have a knowledge on what to do the next time for you to get a higher score.
Yes.
I think it's also a good thing. Oh, okay. I do remember another question. Because we had some issues like this before. Like some students or maybe few students are not really satisfied with the score that they got. Okay, so what can I do? What if I think I should have higher score, but they just gave me just like maybe lower score than what I expected? What can I do for that?
Okay, you mean to say your target score is, let's say, 6.5, but they gave you, let's say, 6.
Yeah, around
and then
6,
you
yeah.
think you are not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Yes, like
Yeah, there is actually what you call inquiry on results. Yeah, in other words, we call it now recheck.
Yes.
Okay, so if you would like to have that one, for example, you were not satisfied with your speaking examination, let's say you would like to get 8, but they gave you, let's say, 7.5 or 7. Okay, you can apply for inquiry on results. Okay, however, you are going to pay a specific amount of money for that one. And it depends, of course, on the currency. Yes, I think Philippines is around 3 to 6,000 pesos. And if you are going to do that one, okay, not only on a single self-test, okay, do that one for listening, reading, writing, and speaking. But most of the time, they are going to focus now on speaking and then writing because it's subjective. Okay, listening and reading is subjective. We have, or they have actually, I should say, the key answer, and then they can just immediately check your answer. For speaking and writing, okay, you have examiners there, right?
Yes.
Okay. The examiners are going to give a score for that one, right? And then they are going to give it to a senior examiner. Okay, I think for British Council, okay, that's located in the United Kingdom.
yes.
Okay, the one is in IDP, Australia. Yes, okay. And then during that time, the senior examiner is actually not aware what is actually the score or what were the scores of the examinee. So it's totally fair. Okay, yes. So IELTS examination is really, okay, established examination. So it's really fair. Yeah.
It's really fair, totally fair. Okay, so don't ever think that again. Better to take the IELTS exam in the Philippines. It's not that. It's not that way.
Yeah, and one more thing, examiners actually underwent a lot of trainings.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, they have a lot of certificates.
And if you want to know more and you are just shy to ask now, again, always log out to our website. That's www.apispeak.com. Right. You can have free trial classes before you enroll the best course for you. Okay? Alright, let's go with some comment reading. More. Yeah, hello to Yunsol. Hi. Yes, 안녕하세요.
Because of the name Korean, so
Yes. Also, travel story again. Hi. And Hong Kong.
Renzo.
Teacher Renzo.
Yes,
Yes.
Renzo.
Hello there. And then we have, sorry, is that K6 Yohei? Yohei, the Japanese guy? Yohei.
K6 volley, I think.
Volley? Oh, sorry.
Maybe because of volleyball.
Yeah.
Somewhere at the main
It's
campus.
true. Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. And then we have from Bea as well.
Mm.
Becot.
Bessie.
That's the underscore Japan.
Japan.
Oh,
yes.
Hi there.
Yes.
Konnichiwa. Oh, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Are you sure?
I'm
It's
not sure.
konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and how long? Oh, there's another question.
Mm.
How long should we study IELTS? Good question.
So
From who? Sorry, from who is this question from? Bessie underscore Japan. Okay, how long should we study IELTS?
Okay, so actually it depends on the level of the student. If the student is already, has good English skills, then why not? You can take it for a shorter time. So I remember we had a student who studied with us for just 2 weeks, right? Yes, and was able to get her target score.
Yeah, which is around 7, I guess.
But-
She's from China.
Yes,
Mhm.
but in most cases, maybe around 3 months. Yes, 3 months I would say is the ideal.
Yeah, and that is serious study. Or
Yeah,
you
serious
say
study.
that's what we call now your intensive way of studying. Yes.
It's true. If in case this is your first time to learn the English language and also you are planning to get the IELTS test, it's better to go for 6 months. But that is, sorry, that is still with serious way of studying.
Yes.
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 Okay, and we have another one. Is there any recommended
Mm.
period to study?
I think it's just similar with the
Yeah, the first
previous
question.
Yes, so it's really a case-to-case situation.
So you need
Yes.
to be assessed first.
It's true. And we have like a mock test. If you join us in our online classes, apispeak.com, there is an online mock test before they can tell you how long or maybe how many months should you get or should you take the IELTS course. Okay. All right. And then we have hi again from Don's. Hi. And Nisa 1000. Is it 1000? Hello there.
Yes.
Oh, 1,000.
Yes. Okay. More questions, please. We still have a lot of time to answer your questions. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm still trying to think back again on what are the common questions that our students always have. Oh, okay. I have one for speaking. This is a very normal question, common question, I would say. They always ask about the pronunciation because pronunciation is one of the criterion, right? Criterion or one of the criteria in the IELTS speaking. So, do they need? The question is, do they need to have an accent which is British or American accent so that they can get a good score as well?
Okay, totally no. Yes. Okay, you can just have your normal accent or you can have the neutral accent.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you take a look at the name here, right? IELTS. So I stands for international. Okay. Yeah, so different accents allowed.
That's totally fine. Yeah. Okay, right. So there you go. Oh wow. Thank you, Teacher Lori.
Yes.
Yes, hello
Yes.
there.
How is Bailamos, teacher?
Bye, Teacher Lori. Okay. Yeah, still waiting for what questions do you often get from your students before?
Questions?
Yes.
With Okay, because I already handled several students, actually a lot of questions.
Yeah.
It's at the tip of my tongue this time. Yeah, but they really asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions, yes.
Yes.
And I bet that if you join us too and take the IELTS course for APISpeak.com in APISpeak.com, then you will also have so many curiosities or so many questions that you might be asking. So why not now? We're still waiting. We're still waiting for
Don't
the
be
question.
shy.
Don't be shy.
I remember,
Yes.
okay, teacher, if I'm going to use high or advanced vocabulary,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
think I'm going to get high score? Technically, no. Yes. Okay, because when it comes to vocabulary, okay, of course this is part of writing and then you're speaking. Okay, you have to know the usage. You have to use the vocabulary, okay, intelligently. It's not
Yes.
because it's synonymous, okay, with another word, then you can just use it. Okay, you have to make sure that it's going to make any sense,
Yes.
okay, in its context. Yeah, that one. Okay, big words are not really required if you are going to
Yes.
take the examination. Big words, you have that one, or you need that one in listening and then reading, especially
yes, indeed.
academic.
for academic
Mhm.
part.
Yes.
That's why we always advise students to at least memorize average words, average,
Mhm.
or maybe intermediate, like around that kind of vocabulary. Yeah, those are more useful.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, and what score from Hannah.v? Okay, what score do API Speak IELTS teachers usually have?
Mhm.
Have, yes, yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, so normally teachers are having actually this score. Most students are really asking us too.
Yes.
But when I took the examination, that was 2018, yeah, I did not expect that I'm going to get this score. Okay, this is the score I would like to get, but it's actually 0.5 higher than that one.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, confidential. It's confidential, a little bit confidential, but just for our viewers to know and for the students to know as well. Most of the time, IELTS teachers get maybe around 7.
Mhm.
Around 7, yes.
Mhm.
It's a feasible score, yeah. Okay, and hi again to Shane.
Oh, okay. Hello,
Teacher
Hello,
Blue.
hello.
teacher
Blue.
Shane.
Yeah, teacher
And
Blue.
then,
And Soini.
and
And
teacher
Schwartz.
Milrose.
Hello.
And Milrose, yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes. so we're still waiting for tons of questions from you guys. Don't you have any curiosity about the IELTS? Oh my gosh. I think in Korea nowadays they always ask for IELTS and TOEIC scores for big companies. It's true. Or sometimes they go for TOEFL. Now I have a question. What is the difference between IELTS and TOEIC? Because these are the two big courses that they always get, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference of two?
So one difference that I can think of is usually TOEIC is in Asia, required in Asian countries. However, like in Japan or Korea or in Taiwan as well.
Yeah.
However, for IELTS, it's recognized in Western countries.
Western countries. That's true. Yes.
So that is one difference.
And another difference is that for the exam itself, for TOEIC they focus on, of course, time and grammar. Yeah, that's their main focus. However, for the IELTS they focus on what do you call this one? Comprehension and time management as well. Now, when we say comprehension, this is about your understanding. Of course, you cannot just focus on, okay, I need a verb. Just like in TOEIC, they always go with the grammar structure. But for IELTS, it's about understanding. What about there is another exam, TOEFL? TOEFL, yes.
Test of English for foreign language.
For foreign language, yes, exactly. So what do you think is the difference?
Yeah, the way I say it, I think TOEFL is more difficult than IELTS.
It's true. Yes.
Yeah, because I try to teach writing and then listening TOEFL. Yeah, and that's really a little. The way I say it's really more difficult than IELTS.
It's really true because even for speaking, oh my gosh, they only give you like 45 seconds to prepare and then 1 minute to speak about the question. Yeah, and they have like 3 parts or a lot more. Yeah.
Yes.
It's true. But I think TOEFL is normally in Korea, I guess. They always ask that in Korea. Right. Okay. So I think there are no more questions for today. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us
Same with
for
you.
today's live stream. Okay. Yeah. Please say goodbye to your viewers and invite.
So once again, I'm Teacher Nat, inviting you to take some of the programs offered by our beloved school.
Yes. Go ahead,
Okay.
Fernan, your turn.
Yeah, so aside from IELTS, we also have other courses such as your API 3, General ESL, Smarting ESL, and your SC Coach. Yes.
Yeah, your speaking coach. Exactly. Okay, and of course, IELTS. All right. By the way, I am inviting you again to watch us next week for our 8th live stream edition. Okay, and our topic for next week is all about how to learn the English language in a fun and exciting way. Okay, so if you are very much excited and you want to know strategies on how to learn the English in a more comfortable way, join us again. That's Thursday, 5 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. All right, so see you guys. Have a good day, people. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.